Greetings viewers, it's Anne of the Nercal Nexus, and I know I haven't put a video out there until today. That is because we've spent pretty much the past couple of months trying to get my PNG tuber model up to date and ready to go with recording. But also I had problems of my own to get in order as well, such as pre-recording jitters, the fact that I barely use this body's vocal cords. I never use these old things, and I think a big problem that's associated with those jitters that I've been having is the fact that oftentimes I think about comments that a lot of systems get, such as their headmates all sound the same or they sound too different. But the reasons for that are things that I may get into this video today, and it may not actually be as long as Jazzy's or Nixie's. So I figured we should get started. The first thing I would like to talk about is the fact that when many singlets think of systems and how they vocally express themselves, they have this idea that they should be different sounding, even though it depends on the body's vocal cords themselves and the ranges at which the pitches can be expressed in a way that doesn't strain the body's vocal cords. Now, some systems have headmates that do sound drastically different when they front, or if they switch co-front to blend, all sorts of things. Though there are also systems that do not sound that different. They may sound different in headspace, different all day long, and they do not sound that much different when they're using the body's vocal cords because of either pitch reasons or that's just how they are. Now, I would like to talk about the fact that since we are a front-stuck host-based system, we're a proxy system rather than a Spicutian. The differences between a proxy and a Spicutian is mainly that in a Spicutian system, headmates talk through the front-stuck hosts. And in proxy systems, there isn't much of a talk-through thing. It's more so just that the front-stuck host experiences blurring or co-fronting rather than full switches. So they're very similar, but there are nuances, small differences that still count. Now, since our system is a proxy system, I am not the only one in front right now, and neither was Nyx when she did her 2 videos. Jazz was close in front, just not actively controlling the body. But back to the system speaking thing. There isn't a whole lot to say on the topic of headmates and how they use the body's voice to express themselves verbally. Not much to say in this video specifically. I mean, if I were to do an entire video on that, and maybe I will in the near future, it would probably be at least 14 minutes or 15 minutes, I suppose. The standard length for a long-form content-based YouTube video. So I think that is the first thing that I wanted to address. The second thing is that I'll be doing the first video on analysis of media that intentionally or unintentionally represents plurality and portrays it in a relatively decent way. We were going to start with Inside Out because of the fact that Inside Out 2 is relatively still very popular, and so the Inside Out franchise is definitely not dying anytime soon. And so we were going to cover Inside Out's unintentional portrayal of plurality on this channel as the first of the analysis of media video series, and I will be conducting that series myself. Lita may also be doing videos as part of that series if we can get her PNG tuber model updated. She's actually quite excited to start on that video. But when her model is finally released, like mine took so long, but hers may not take that long because we already have a model to go off of because of her counterparts' origins. Now, counterparts and sources are part of the topics of later on in the channel that may be discussed. As of now, this video is basically my personal introduction to the channel, as well as what you will be expecting from me specifically and how that differs from what you may be expecting from Jazzy or Nixie, or even Lita's videos. My videos may be information-based when it comes to plurality rather than speaking on personal experiences. It's more so Jazz's department, especially recent personal experiences. Personal experiences that happened in the past, especially before 2018, may absolutely be Nix's domain. And as for media may be a jointly shared between me and Lita. That's basically how the channel is going to go, like a very oversimplified skeleton of what you can expect from this channel as well as its videos. And this video is also a slight apology for the fact that it took so long to produce our 5th video, because if I'm not mistaken, there are 4 videos on our channel so far. We would like to thank the 23 people or accounts, in case some of those accounts are system accounts and some of them are. So we would like to thank the 23 accounts that have subscribed to the channel even though there was little to no content. And just expect more maybe in the coming holiday season, because of the fact that we have many breaks coming up in our school career. We may be able to produce more and create more because we do not have nearly as much as the academic baggage that we may have had earlier in the year. So this video will not be longer than 10 minutes. I can assure you that. It will not be longer than 10 minutes. So far we have covered verbal expression in systems and skeleton structure of this channel. Now forgive me for seeming like I have no idea what I'm talking about or that I have nothing prepared for this video. It's not the fact that I'm unprepared, it's just the fact that I'm very rusty when it comes to speaking with the body's vocal cords. Once before, I used to regularly use them along with Jazz, and we would even have conversations back and forth using the body's vocal cords until the body's parents did not take that very lightly. And so, as time went on, only Jazz has been using the body's vocal cords, given that she is the front stock host. So a lot of our training when it comes to verbal expression has faded into obscurity, and we're trying to get it back. Now, if you also may notice that my model has significantly fewer expressions than that of Jazzy's or that of Nixie's, and that is mainly because out of the 3 of us, and also out of a lot of people in our collective, I am among the most unexpressive of people. Not expressionless, but more so I have pretty much the same face throughout. Even if I'm super pissed off, I still may have the same face that I would have if I were actually really excited. So that about covers all that I wanted to talk about in this video, and you can expect the next video after this one to also be by me. This is Anne of the Local Nexus, and I am happy to announce that I am officially doing videos on this channel. It took me long enough for actually getting the courage to do my first video. So there's that. Have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, or night.